morning, beautiful yogis. Let's come to a comfortable seated position. Letting the hands rest gently in the lap, we'll just bring our attention to the breathing for a few moments. And also bring into mind an intention or a dedication for your practice today, if you choose. And then we'll make our way to a standing position and we'll move through our sun salutations, 5 Surya Namaskar A and 5B. So standing near the front half of the mat, then we'll inhale, raise the hands, stretch up high, and exhale, bow forwards. Inhale, come halfway up with a long flat back, and exhale to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Lengthening the spine, spreading the fingers. And then with an inhale, we'll bring those feet to the hands, drawing the spine out to its fullest length. And exhale, bow forwards into a hamstring stretch. Then inhale, come up, really reaching up as high as you can with the hands. And exhale, coming back to standing. Good, next one then. Inhale, raise the hands, reach up high. And exhale, bow forwards. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine. And exhale to your Chaturanga Dandasana with the elbows touching the sides of the rib cage. Inhale, sliding onto the tops of the feet, drawing the chest forwards for that upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over the toes if you can to get to your downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Send the shoulders back away from the ears. And then with your next inhale, bring the feet to the hands, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. And exhale to standing. Next one. Inhale, raise the hands. Exhale, bow forwards. Inhale, halfway up, long back. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Option to raise the right leg. Inhale, feet to hands, halfway up, long back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. And exhale to standing. Next one. Inhale, raise the hands. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway up, long back. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths with the option to raise the left leg. Inhale, feet to hands, halfway up, long back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, and exhale to standing. Last one of these then. Inhale, raise the hands, exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog for 5 breaths. And then inhale, step or jump the feet to the hands, lengthen out the spine, and exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, back to standing. All right, good stuff. Let's move on for Surya Namaskar B. So bending the knees, inhale, come to chair pose, and exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left foot flat, warrior. So really lunge down through that front leg, and then exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Then stepping forward with your left foot, keeping that left knee very bent, and stay low as you come down with those hands so that foot can step straight back. Chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. I'm gonna have to lose these socks. Sorry, Simon. I do like them. With the next inhale, feet to hands, halfway up, long back. Exhale, fold forwards, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the hands, and exhale, straighten up. Okay, let's do 4 more of those. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, left foot forward, right foot flat, warrior. Stay nice and low. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. So with your next inhale, bring those feet forwards and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the hands, and exhale, straighten. Great, 3rd one. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, comes chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right foot flat, warrior. Very low. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now we have the option of raising the right leg. This time we can bend the knee, drop the foot over, lengthen the body, and turn into a twist. Good job. Let's inhale, feet to hands, halfway up, long back. And exhale, fold. Bend those knees. Inhale, lift up the hands. And exhale, straighten. Next one, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long back. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left foot flat. Stay low as you reach up. And exhale, stay low as you come back down. Chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right foot flat. Warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. With the option to raise this other leg. And then inhale, feet to hands, halfway up, long back. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, straighten. And our last one, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. With the next inhale, bring the feet to the hands, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale, lift the hands, and exhale, straighten up to standing. Well done. So let's make our way to our standing forward bends. Just have the feet at hip width. We'll take a little stretch up with the hands, and then exhale, fold forwards. Just looking for that stretch in the hamstrings, the head falling down, back of the neck nice and long. Second one of these with the hands underneath the feet. And then the option to come back to the first standing forward bend, or find the bind and maybe come up to standing, with the option to extend the leg out to the side. Try that on both sides if you're giving it a go. And then we'll all meet back in a standing forward bend. Give the shoulders a wiggle, especially if you had a go at that bird of paradise pose. And then we'll roll ourselves up and we'll take either tree or half lotus standing forward bend. And if you're coming forward, you might want to come down onto something a little raised with the hands, a block or a book or whatever you've got nearby. So taking the weight onto the right foot and bringing in that external rotation by turning the left knee out to the side. Or you might be bringing that foot up and across a little. Lengthening the body so that the rib cage can pass over the foot and fold down neatly. For the bind, you might send that left hand around and see if it could reach the toes sticking out to the side. You need to reach across higher up the back than you think. And then in your own time, just have a go at these on the other side. And then when you're ready, we'll just make our way up and shake anything that needs a little shake. Okay, good stuff. So let's come to our twisting balance. So remember, we can do this with a bent knee or with the leg extended if you've got a little bit more length in the hamstrings. So weight on the right foot, we're floating the left leg up, bringing the opposite arm all the way across the body, and then this free hand just takes us into the twist as it reaches back. And then if you want to have a go, very slowly you could reach for the big toe and see if that leg wants to extend. Gently coming back to the middle. Have a go at that on the other side. So with the weight on the left foot, we're just lifting the right knee, turning into the twist, reaching back with the free hand, and maybe extending the leg. Good, and then making your way out. Okay, we'll come into our goddess squats. So let's step out wide with the feet turned out. And we're just going to drop into a bend at the knees here, keeping the body as upright as we can. And then we'll just bend those elbows, have them lifted to the height of the shoulders, and push up with the hands. And then we're just going to have a go at dropping really quite low and just coming back, not to straight legs, but to where you started. So again, let's see if we can come a little lower and then come back to where you started. Let's have 3 more. Nice and slow and controlled. Brilliant. And then we'll drop the hands, we'll point the toes forwards for our wide-legged standing forward bend. So inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold forwards. Drawing the back out nice and long and straight. Head coming down. Walking the hands in line with the feet if you can. And then you could press the hands firmly into the floor. Squeeze the elbows in towards one another. With your next inhale, come up, and then we'll bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, fold forward. Try and keep the weight coming through to the front parts of the foot as well as the heel. And then with the next inhale, draw yourself up. Bring the hands down behind you, interlace the fingers, inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, come forwards again. And then with the next inhale, draw yourself up, stretch the hands up high, and exhale, bring those hands onto the thighs. We're going to walk the feet a little narrower as we're going to try the twist again for this one. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come forwards, let the hands slide down. And then we're going to bring both hands to the right foot, and then bring that right hand across to the left foot. So the arms are crossed, and it's the left arm that's at the front. And then we're going to just rotate clockwise, so you're ducking underneath the arm that's at the front, and the arm that's at the back kind of moves further back to allow you to do that. And you're just looking out into the arm, facing the same way that the toes are pointing. Good stuff. Then we'll just walk both hands to the other foot, to the left foot. The left arm comes behind the right. So we've just got the arms crossed, and it's the right arm that's in front. And then we can rotate anti-clockwise until we're looking under that right arm. Brilliant. And we'll come back to the middle, and just for a bit of fun, we'll just see how far we can step those feet. Just see if they come towards the mat ends. You might come down onto your elbows to do that, and just find a stretch on the insides of the thighs there. And then we can just carefully heel toe those feet in until we're in a good place to draw ourselves up. And then while we're here, we'll come into a triangle pose. So let's turn the right foot out to the midline, standing up tall. We're just leaning so the right hand slides down that leg and the left hand reaches up high. You could take this right hand off if you prefer. From here, let's come to a warrior bee. Nice lunge. Really drop as low as you can. So with these more familiar poses, we can get a little bit lazy, we can just sort of hang out, but we always want it to be just seeing what work we can do. So those feet might just slide apart a little bit, and you might drop a little lower. And then we'll bring that elbow to the knee, rotate the left side of the rib cage back and bring the arm overhead. Now if you have dropped quite low and the floor isn't too far away, then instead bring the hand to the ground, but keep rotating this rib cage so the left side is drawing back. And then staying low, we can just turn around so that we're ready for our lizard pose. So we've come up onto the toes of the back foot. We'll take a twist first. So just reach the right arm up as you turn in towards the bent knee. And then we'll bring that hand back down and see whether it might be possible to come onto the elbows, drawing the spine out long. And then from here, let's climb back up, step that foot back into downward facing dog. Take a few little wiggles here. And then we'll make our way back to standing and find our triangle pose on the left side. Exploring your way into each posture. You don't rush. You just see what's going on. Warrior bee. Drop in nice and low. Side angle. And then just coming up onto the toe of the back foot, getting ready for our lizard. We'll open into a little twist first. And then coming down to the elbows if that's available, or straight arms if it isn't. Good, then we'll step back to our downward facing dog and come into side plank for 6 breaths. Regular two-handed plank. Also 6 breaths. And then side plank on your other side. And then we'll come and take a rest in child's pose. So from here, let's just come up to a tabletop pose. I will extend a leg out behind us and its opposite arm. So really pulling in through the tummy and extending through the limbs. Keep the weight so that the hand is bearing a lot of weight as well as the knee. And then keeping that leg extended out behind us, we'll bring this hand back to the floor and we'll just do 3 slow chaturanga style push-ups, so with the elbows staying next to the rib cage. Try and bring the chest forwards as well as down. That's harder work. So exhale to lower, inhale to push the floor away to raise it. Good job. So let's come back to tabletop pose and then extend the other leg and its opposite arm. Keep the back of the neck long and straight, remember. And then we can try our little yoga push-ups. As always, exhale to lower. Inhale to come back up. Good stuff. And then we'll just come back to a kneeling position. And you might stay here, pressing the hands onto the legs and tucking the chin down. But if you'd like to, you could separate the feet and sit down in between them and see how that feels. If it feels alright, you could have a go at coming back onto the elbows. A little lift of the hips, a tiny one, might bring a stretch into the quads. which can feel quite nice. Or you might try lying all the way back. Okay, so from here we just want to come to be lying on our back with our legs in the air, and you might just be able to pop your feet out if you're lying back. But for fun, we're going to see whether we can go from this position to balancing in navasana boat pose. It's a bit of a challenge, it's quite fun. So just have another go, come back down and see if you can roll onto the sitting bones with the legs up. We'll have one more try. And then we'll stay in our boat pose for a little bit longer. Good stuff. And let's just rest those feet down and give yourself a little hug. And then we'll just roll ourselves back down onto the ground, this time with the knees bent. And we'll just take a little passive twist here, so drop the knees over to the right hand side, placing that right hand on the top of the knees, and then open the body to the left. And when you're ready, just bring that over to the other side. And then we'll come back, give the knees a little bit of a hug into the body, and then let the legs float up straight again. And if you have a shoulder stand, you might roll up onto the shoulders, tucking them underneath you, walking the elbows in close behind you, and trying to make a vertical line through the legs and the torso. If that doesn't appeal, then simply lying here with the feet in the air. You can rotate the ankles, you can maybe bring the arms overhead. So just a little element of upside downness before we come into our savasana. And when you're ready, beginning to roll your way back down onto the mat. And lying down in a way that's comfortable. for Shavasana.